Hello everyone, I am Thelma Diaz de Brito and welcome to one of my lives. So today I'm doing two lives. My first guest, she is a model, and my second guest is a YouTuber from America. Okay, so today you have a treat of two lives. Okay, I hope you enjoy what I do, and this is especially, for people, like my students, to be inspired, and especially for them to figure out what they want to do in the future. There's a lot of options out there, so I hope. Oh, hi. Okay, talking of students, yeah. So I hope that some of you get inspired, and yes, I'm waiting my guest. She's gonna be coming in about 1 minute. Yeah, she should be coming anytime. Gonna get my questions ready for her. Okay. Okay. So my guest is coming at 5 o'clock. All right. Yes, I know it's Zara. How are you, Zara? You okay? Nice to see you. Okay. Great. So yes, that's amazing. Hi Raymond. So Raymond, I will see you in half an hour. Okay. Okay. So my first guest, as I said, she is a model. So I am trying to invite her in. Bear with me. Okay. Lovely. He's my first guest. You need to turn the camera over. Hi, Raymond. I'll see you in half an hour. All right. So, hi, Janet. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am
So,
great. So nice to see you. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you well.
Amazing. Okay,
I don't
so
know if my camera is okay because I'm home and
you're
my camera is
home.
a bit.
Okay, so can you introduce yourself? Because I know you, but I want everybody else to know you.
Well, my name is Janet Laca, and I know I, I know my friend. She's amazing. I've known her for like 7 years, isn't it?
I've
Yeah,
known
because
you
our kids
6, 7,
went to
8 years.
the same school.
Yes.
Yeah, our kids went to the same
Yeah,
primary school, and they're now in the same secondary school.
that's it.
That's amazing.
Amazing
Yeah.
friendship. So I'm so happy for that. And thank you to your daughter for making my daughter feel welcome. That's really a pleasure.
Ah, thank you.
She was actually a little bit nervous, but now she's a little bit
I,
better.
you
So,
my daughter, she misses St. Anthony's because she was the head girl there as well,
oh,
and she loved everyone at her primary school, and she misses everyone. So when
oh,
she sees her own school, she was so excited. She couldn't wait to tell me.
oh, so thank you. Please keep up this news coming. I would love to hear because she doesn't tell me nothing about
I
school.
will.
I wonder if my students are like that. I'm gonna ask them when I see them because my
Yeah.
daughter literally doesn't tell me anything. So let's start about you. So when I first saw you, I thought you were a model. Like you are tall, you are gorgeous. I thought you were a model. So when did your modeling career started?
When I was 16 years old.
16.
Yeah, it's funny how you said you thought I was a model and you didn't even know I was, and I didn't tell you still. And then you found out on my
I
Facebook.
found out, yeah. So I went through, I like when I add new friends, I like to see a little bit what they like, what they do. So I was a little bit nosy and I was like, oh wow, that's amazing. So you started when you were 16.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. And
yeah.
how did somebody discovered you, or how did it happen? Did you just thought, you know what? I'm gonna just throw myself into model, or somebody actually was like, you look like you can be a model.
Well, I really loved fashion and I loved so many other stuff. I love all this, like design and I was that kid that was always in the bedroom. I never went out to play with everybody. I just stayed inside looking at myself in the mirror. And I remember my uncle used to say, if you want to find Janet, just go in the bedroom. You'll find her looking at herself in the mirror.
So you were already modeling in your own room, like
Yeah.
yourself, like seeing how you look like, and for pictures like Vogue. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At a very young age, I used to look at pictures of Elec Wake, Naomi Campbell, and
Wow.
Iman, and oh my God, they look so stunning. I wish I could one day be like them.
Well, you don't know. I mean, you are doing modeling. So when did you become professional?
Oh, well, because my family, you have to go to school no matter
Yeah.
what. So no, my family, like, nobody likes that, because I'm grown up now, so I do what I want and I do my own thing. I pay my own bills, so nobody tells me, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. I've done everything. I've gone to uni, I've done my degrees, and I can do what I like, so I guess I've been doing it while I was studying at the same time.
Okay.
Even though, because I was like, okay, my studies come first.
Yeah.
So I put modeling on the back side. Even though when I was 16, I had a journalist in Uganda who was sponsoring me to be on the Face of Africa. Then I came over here. I didn't get to do the show. I came over here, so I missed out on the show, and I felt a bit disappointed, but it didn't really. After some time, I got over it.
Okay.
Then I started going to school. I finished college. I went to uni. I did all of that, and I was still doing the modeling on the side. In this country, it's easier than in my country in Uganda.
Okay.
So I can jobs for myself. I don't need to have like an agency or something like that, because then I was studying. So the problem with having an agent sign is, and because I was studying, if they give me work and I can't do it, they'll remove me from their list, from their books. So I decided to be freelance. It will help me to go to uni and study and pick the jobs that I want to do. So that's how I started. I managed myself, and yeah, that's how I've been managing myself since then, since I was 16, basically growing up to now. Now I can select the jobs I want and the jobs I don't want, and I can tell what agencies are real and what ones are not real.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So then in 2018, I think it was actually 2017, I reluctantly applied for Top Model UK, and I basically forgot about it. I completely forgot about it because I was studying. I was doing my LPC, and I completely forgot about everything. And then I was working as well. So like modeling, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna forget about modeling now and just do other stuff, because the work wasn't coming in. It's really a hard industry to get in. Yeah, so I just decided, okay, I'm not going to do it. When I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore, then I got this email, and it said Top Model UK. And I'm like, what is this? Is this another scam, email or whatever? Anyway, I forgot about it. I did not respond to it for a week. And then I went back to look into my email, and I saw this email again. It was still there. So I said, okay, let me read this email properly. So I read through it. It was quite a long email. So I read it, and then I'm like, oh, okay. I don't remember applying for this. I completely forgot. Anyway, then I responded, and they invited me in for a casting. So I went reluctantly. And when I got there, it was actually real. That was like, because I applied in 2017, leading up to 2018. So 2018, we started preparing. I got accepted, and then we started preparing for the show. Yeah, and then even still when we were doing the show, I still didn't take it seriously, because I thought to myself, this show has been running for 10 years.
Oh.
No black person has ever won it. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to have fun.
You did. You did it.
Yes, I'm just going to have fun. And then I was telling one of my friends, who happened to be from my country as well, I told her, I said, you know what, no one, we're never going to win this show. let's just have fun. You never know, somebody's going to be in that audience who is going to notice every single person. So just make sure you enjoy yourself, stand out, and that's it.
Amazing.
So I did.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
it was like a long day, and at the on that day, I left the house. You know, I was fine. I had my big afro like I always do. It was actually bigger than this, you know, and I was walking down Oxford Street, walking down to the hotel, and everyone was staring at me, and I didn't realize why they were staring at me. Because I'm used to having my hair out big anyway. So until, you know, I told my friend, I said, everyone's staring at me, you know, what's wrong? Is my dress inside out or what? And then she said, oh, maybe because of your hair.
it's nice.
I was like, oh, okay. Lies, you know, so I was like, oh, okay.
It's nice.
Anyway, so we get there, I was fine, and then after some time, I became ill. Like I have, you know, I suffer from anxiety. So I just, all of a sudden, I just started having panic attacks, and I could not do anything. I was like, I felt so ill. I didn't feel myself anymore. I didn't want to be there anymore, even though I still wanted to be in the show, you know. And then everyone was looking up to me, you know. They were all so nice. And then one of the backstage, you know, ladies was telling me maybe I should go last, you know, because I'm not well. I should sit down, and when everybody walks, then I can go in. I said, no, I can't. I need to go in my position, because the judges, they don't know I'm not well, you know. So I just decided, as soon as I get on, there's something that happens when I'm on the runway. I tend to, it's like my safe place. I forget everything. So as soon as I was there, I was just like, no one, you couldn't even tell I was not well. You just think that I'm fine. Anyway, I did my thing, and I came back, and I sat down. When the show was finished, I was just sat down backstage like everybody, and I was just watching everyone do their thing, and we were just happy. I was just sitting there. I don't even drink water, but they were giving me water. I was just taking sips and sips and sips. And then the awards started, and they were calling out the winners, and it reached my category, and they called my name, and I didn't even hear my name. Everybody else was screaming at me, saying, Janet, you won, you won, you won. I was like, what? I didn't realize it.
Well done.
Yeah, so after that, everything kept going on and on and on. Yeah, so yeah, I've been working nonstop since that.
Basically, since, I mean, it wasn't really about the win, but this atmosphere, this love people had for you, you thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun every single time. Even though you did mention it is a hard industry, but you didn't let that stop you. So when you say it's a hard industry, can you tell us some of the things? Thank you, Indy. What she says, she loved this content. I love my guests. So what part of the industry do you find challenging? What part do you find difficult?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, everything about it is really hard. The amount of times I get called fat, even though I'm not fat. Yeah, people call, you know, like sometimes I could go to a casting, and then I'm not fat, and I'm not like thin enough, and then also sometimes I'm not dark enough. I'm just beautiful, you know. So I don't get the jobs because I'm not black enough. I'm like, my skin is just beautiful. That's what they say. I'm not, and they want me to be like really, really dark. And then sometimes if I meet the part,
you are beautiful, and they tell you off for that. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm not dark enough. Yeah, like my skin is not dark enough.
I'm sorry, but should that matter? Like, if you are a model, you're gonna get paid for doing modeling job, whatever it is. Like, I'm sorry, but when people tell you that stuff, just walk away to the next one. No one should make you feel bad about yourself. Nobody should tell you you're not black enough, you're not fat enough, you're not thin. Listen, yeah, you don't need this. I would have not used the right words, but I've got some students, some young people, I want them to watch. But that's shaming. I don't like it. It's just...
Well, you know, some people don't, you know, like some people are not strong enough. Like, I wasn't strong enough. I used to cry over this for a long time, but because I've been doing it for such a long time, I know that, you know, I now know that if somebody says no to me, another person is going to say yes to me, you know. So that kept me growing, and it made me who I am today. I'm strong. You know, I take negative, you know, feedback as a growth, as a, you know, like an advice, really. You know, I love hearing criticism back, whether it's bad, whether it's positive. I want to hear every single criticism because it's going to make me improve on myself and where I'm
That's
going.
good. So using the negative into positive. That's very good.
Yeah.
So what advice have you got for young people that will be looking up to you, looking up to this video? What is it that you want to tell them? Like if they want to be a model one day, what's your advice?
Well, the first thing I tell them that, you know, they shouldn't go out there thinking they're just going to get everything handed to them, because that's not how it
No.
works. They look at modeling. Sometimes they look at me and they think, oh, wow, you know, they can just do what I want and then just get it. It's not easy. It's very, very hard. They need to have thick skin. They're going to get knockbacks a lot, but they shouldn't be thinking a knockback is a negative. Sometimes a knockback is a blessing, because when one person doesn't want you, another person will want you. I've been told that I wasn't good enough, I don't look the part, by one designer straight in my face. And the same show that I was in, another designer said, you look the part for me, I want you. You know, so you should always don't look at, you know, you may not look good for somebody else, but you look good for another person. Just keep going and always keep positive and look positive. You know, if you want something, always go out there and just keep trying, because you never know when is the big one is going to happen for you. Never ever give up, whether in modeling, in singing, in anything that you want to do. You should always thrive and keep going. If you want it that bad, it will happen.
You're totally right. And so finally, your daughter, I believe she's also following your footsteps. She started modeling as well.
Yeah, she did, because you know, I used to go to all these castings. I'm a single mom, as you know, and I don't have childcare. So everywhere I went, I used to go with her with the bottle milk. She was really tiny, like a baby, and I went everywhere with her. And then I was doing this show. It's a charity show. Then one day, because a few of us had our kids backstage. There was a room our kids used to be in, and we do the show. Then after the show, I remember the directors say to us, oh, you know what, most of you have kids. Why don't we, you know, make a show just for kids?
Yeah.
And then that's how we started, you know, so we just started Chubb's Kids. And then now, you know, and now I look after them backstage. I've been looking after these kids from when they were babies. Some of them are 16 now.
That's so sweet. You
Yeah.
showed them pictures when they were little. Like, yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
So I like what Raga Remy are saying. You can get it all you really want, but you must try and
really
succeed at last. I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, Remy, that's my friend.
Yeah,
that's my friend, Remy.
I'm gonna tell my student that, because some of them, they look like, oh my God, after school, what do I do? Huh? You know what? You're not gonna get everything straight away. You are young. You have time to figure things out. But whatever you want in life, you go for it. You keep on pushing, keep on knocking doors. If you don't get doors open, create your own door. That's it.
Create your own door. I'm telling you, just, you know, it's just like what Naomi said, because she has 2 kids now, and she said there's no time to have kids. You can have kids at any time. It's just like any job you do. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get that post you want. If you want it so much, keep trying. Like Remy said, keep trying and keep trying. Don't give up. And then one day you're going to get it.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I mean, you are a friend. This is a professional thing that I'm trying to do. And I want to say thank you so much for your time. And I wish you the best. I'll be watching you. I hope everyone that follows me, please follow Janet Laca. Is that right?
Janet
Laca. Sorry. Janet Laca. Follow her, because the content's amazing. Her photos is amazing. I mean, look at her. She's drop dead gorgeous. You know what? I'm sure you're going to be doing you're going to carry on anyway. And please, any updates, let us know. I love what you do. I need to watch your show, because I've never done that before.
Oh,
so please.
Yes, you can come to my show. I've got 2 shows. London Fashion Week coming up from the 13th. So I've got 2 shows back to back. I've got Silk Road, which is a big, you know, show sponsored by the British Council. London Fashion Week. You can come. That's on the 16th
Anything
of this month.
Friday, please let me know. As I know, as I'm a teacher, but anything Friday weekend, I promise I'll make to one of them.
It's on a weekend, so you
Good.
can come. I'll definitely send you the links
Yeah.
to my fashion shows.
Yeah.
So you can come.
Definitely. And I can take pictures and a quick live backstage. Yes, lovely.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you again
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for having me.
Oh, it's my
Yeah.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have
And
a
thank
lovely evening.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Love you. Mwah.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.